Right, today we'd like to teach you about the control structure. So we have a three type of a control structure. Okay, for this type of a control structure is a sequence, and then second is a selection, and third one is a repetition. So for about the sequence is a series of a statement that execute one after the other without any skip for the process or anything action. And then for the selection, that it is a statement is used to determine. The word determine is important, very important. That means to decide or to choose. Okay, because this is a selection, so there is a need to decide which one the meet of the condition will be met. So that is a selection. And then repetition, a statement is used to repeat or loop. We call loop. And a statement why the certain conditions are met. So let me explain one by one. So for this sequence, so sequence a series of statements that execute one after other. So that's mean from the starting until the stop, the flow of the program is only one in linear line without any escaping the process involved. So after one, go to after one without any escape or go to the other part. No, so that is only the straight one. So series of a statement. An arrow show. This arrow that's mean for the command flow. All right, that is sequence. Okay, we go to next. Look at for this flowchart, starting, and then go to input sugar, water, tea bag. So make sure your spelling with a tea bag is one word, or you can use, because this in algorithm need to declare the correct variable. Okay, look at for the next step is put sugar, put water into cup. This is a process. Add tea bag to the cup and stir. And then this is a serve tea. This is only a metaphor to explain about the sequence. So let's say we're using the others example. Look at for the other example. Let's say calculate total of two numbers. So firstly, as usual, we need to know what is input, process, and then output. So for the output is total. And then what is input? Input is two numbers. So that's mean number 1 more number 2. So what is the process? Process is to calculate. Total. Okay, and then look at how we can draw the flowchart. So first of all, draw the shape. It's starting, and then have an input. After that, they have a process, and then display the output from the process, and then the end. So we can write here starting, input, process, output, and then the end. So we can write now what's happened on that. Start, read number 1, number 2, and then so no need to mention to calculate or not. So just go through to the formula. Total equal number 1 plus number 2, and then the output is to display total, stop. So that's all for to solve the problem. Here is to calculate. Okay, so we go next. Done. Next is selection. So selection is used to determine which of two statements is used based on the certain condition. The condition is very important. You need to know. The condition is the condition we call is syarat. Okay, let's say n greater than 5, grade no, mark greater than 50. That is a condition. So look at here. There is a not same with a sequence. There is have a option. We have an option. If we not true, we go to false. Okay, look at here. So starting from here, okay, and then come here. There is something happen here. Okay, maybe have some condition. So there we decide. So they will decide which one will be the result. Is it true or false? Okay, it is depend on the input. So input here come, and then they will evaluate. So to decide, they need to evaluate. Okay, and then if that I comply with the condition, that will be go to true. But if not, that we go to false. That is the flow of the command. So if true, they will meet with this one. I think the next action maybe here is input or anything. But if else we go to if it false, that will be terminate. Okay, now then let's not go to this action, no, so strictly to end. Stop, start. This is we call single selection. Okay, this is a single selection. A diamond in this case is a selection. So selection, that means you need to decide by evaluate the input based on condition. So, and then whether the result process is true or false, and then it will be flow to the one in the direction. So then have a two option, maybe true or maybe false. Okay, we go next. Okay, look at here for the condition. So what is the condition? So this is for the example of the condition, speed. Okay, here is speed more than 50. So what happen if you exceed then 90? So here the condition is if speed, okay, greater than 90. That means go the value of speed more 91, the value is 91 until the biggest than 90. So that is will be true. This range of the number will be true because the condition is speed value more than 90. So this is true. But if not, that will be going fast, skip, and then go to the next. This is a single selection. Single selection. Because why there is we call single? Because they only take action if they are true only. But for the false, no. How to understand what this mean true and false? The alternate. If you true, the alternate is false. Let's say for the speed greater than 90. So this is true. Yeah? From 91 until not specific and mention the value of the speed greater than 91 only we know. So if you put it to 100, so that is we go to true. So what is the false? The false is the value of the speed is less than 90. So this is a range of numbers. A range of number 0, no, 90, Okay. 89, 88, 80 less. So we are talking about two section. Okay, two section. Okay, speed greater than 90. So 19 is here. Okay, and then greater than 90. Okay, 100 and so on. 0 and so on. That's me. So this one is I comply with the condition. You need to greater than 90. That's mean starting with 91 and above. But invert for these things is 90. Starting with 90 and less than 90. So that is about the true and false. Then this condition can be applied with the other condition. Maybe you can check for the grade, who is a pass and who is fail. So mark greater than 50. So who we get the mark is greater than 50, there will be pass. But for what happened for the they are not get the greater than 50, so that is will be n. Yeah, that will be n. This is a single, no alternate. Okay, we look at for the next. This type that have alternative. If you true, there will be an action after that. But if you false, that will be have a action after that too. So this is we call dual selection. Why we call dual selection? Because they have a two option. But before this one only have one option. They only have a true. But for the false, don't have anything happen here. No. There only one action after the true. But here, they have the same part of the true and the false. They have action after the condition. If that is true, the action will be occur here. But if a false, that will be happen here. So let's say we get for the UPS greater than 50. That's mean this thing who is get the meaning is when the UPS value is more than value is more than 50, so that is true. And then but else that's mean invert or alternative. So that's mean the value of UPS is less than 51. So the covered value is starting from 51. The 50 is not include. Okay, so 50 we include here, less than 50, 49. Okay, so this value will be covered in else 48 and more. So that's mean that there is invert. The meaning of that dual selection is they have a two option, and every option they will have an action after that. So this pass will be display message pass. If true that a UPS value, let's say 51. So the flow will be go here. So this
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
So this is how the control structure control the following of the command. But if they have only 50, there is false here. That is not true for UPS greater than 50. So 50 will be go here, and then there is have action there to display fail, and then they are together going to the end. And then the thing you need to know is for the selection, only one choice, only one option will be choose. So if you choose for the true, so you will not go to the false. Let's say we enter the value of the UPS is 51. So for the 51, only true for the.
Okay, I found this on the web for let Siri enter the value of the UPS in 51. Check it out.
Sorry Siri, I'm not talking about you. Okay, if that value is correct for the true, for this option, they will only go for the true. They will not go to the false, because 51 is false. They will not go. The following of program will not go to the false. No. So if that's a value of the UPS is 48. So that means this thing is not a comply. That is not true. That's a false. False for this condition. So there we go here. Alright. So let's say we go next. Okay. For the following of this flow of the command. So now we can see, let's say for the UPS, okay, the user enter. So UPS is an input. UPS. So this is a variable. This variable can keep the value. Yeah. So here, when I come here with the value, so that value will be evaluate. Either that is a value is greater than 50 or less than 50. So if a true, that's a UPS value is greater than 50, so there we go true. But if false, there we go to false. If true, there we display or the execute the next command is to display a pass. Otherwise that means less than 50. So that will be execute for the command display fail. Okay, right. I hope you can understand my explanation. So let's say we test for this flow. Okay, we test. Here is UPS. If the program receives an input UPS is 30, then the data flow is represented by the red line. So yes, correct for the red line. Because of what? Because the condition is not apply for the 30. So 30 is not include in this condition. So there will be go to false. And then we be execute for the false action is display fail. And then go next, and so that's we go next slide. Look at the comparison with two situation. I just repeat for the my previously explanation. Okay. Here is if you if, okay, if we are using the if that UPS value is more than 50, so more than 50, they will go here. But true. But if that UPS value is false for the UPS greater than 50, so that's mean that false. False, then we go to the false section and then execute for the command display fail. That is very easy to understand for this dual selection. This is a dual selection. Dual selection control structure. Decision selection statement is execute if certain condition give true or false value. Alright. So now I'm like to talking about the repetition or looping. Okay. Statement is used to repeat. Okay, how many times they repeat the same process. The statement is used to repeat a statement while a certain condition are met. That I have a condition. So until that condition is false, the repetition will be stopped. Okay, we will look at here for the that is diamond. Actually, that is diamond is the condition. So that condition will be decide. Okay, evaluate to decide. The same things with selection, but here we need to control the command, the flow of command in a repeatedly. A diamond in this case is a repetition, but we no need to write that is a repetition. No, we just use this diamond to showing the condition include inside. That's diamond. A diamond in this case a repetition if the value is true. So true. So we go through. The data will be looped. Okay, here it has some action. Here have some action, and then loop in the body and loop out when the false. We go next. If true, next. If true, next. If true, next. Until that have some conditions that will be false. So when the false, then we going to stop the program. Okay, dash line is showing the loop body area. Okay, this is the concept of the repetition control structure. We look at for these things. This is example about the boiling water using the water temperature. Okay, if water boil is false, meaning not yet boil to 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's mean need to repeatedly boil until reach 100 and above. So that is, we know the value of boiling temperature. Keep it boiling until the water is boiled. So if that not reach to the 100, that means you need to repeat heat that water. Heat. Okay, panaskan air until the water reach for the boiling 100 degrees Celsius. So let's say I'm illustrate here. So if water is you boil and then check the degree temperature. Temperature check, and then if not reach 200, okay, that's mean less than 100, so true. Less than 100 is true, so that will be keep boil. So for the next repetition, okay, less than 100, so keep boil. Less than 100 keep boil, less than 100 keep boil. So some it will become with 100. So is it true 100 is less than 100? The answer is no. So that's mean false. So after the false, there will be and the looping of boiling to the end. Stop. Okay, let me explain for these things. Okay, water boil. If true, okay, less than 100. If true, less than 100. Let's say, look at here, meaning not yet boil to 100 degrees Celsius, temperature less than 100. Keep it boiling until the water boil, temperature 100 degree. So we need to temperature keep boiling if that temperature less than 100. That it is true. So come here, let's say 90. The value of the temperature,
1 moment. I
if
didn't get that.
less
Could you
than
try again?
90. Okay, so checking. Checking for true. If true, I think for this thing we need to true will be keep boil. Keep boil. After false, if you put it y temperature, y that's mean for the repetition or loop. Okay, temperature less than 100. So that's mean we be go to the next. True. So I think this I think for this label is not correct. It should be true. It should be true. So if true, temperature less than 100, so they will be keep boil until the false. Or can I see for the next? Yes. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. So should be, okay, temp need less than 100, so we be keep loop boil. So I cannot edit for this label, so you can adjust for that things. So when the temperature reach to 100, So this condition will be false. The condition will be the condition will be false. So here is true, but when the condition is more than let's say 100, so this condition will be false. So when a false, there will be exit from the loop. Go to here. Here is false. It's wrong. True. Okay. We look at for the next slide. Okay, look at here. If temperature less than or equal. Okay, class. I need to explain or equal. Less than or equal. That's mean okay, let's say 100. Okay, so temp less than or equal 100. So 100 is include. Okay, include. Okay, but if you're using less than only 100, so that 100 is not include. So that's mean they will starting with until 99 only. So here 100 is include. Okay, there is some confused. Every student confused which numbers value need to be start. So please keep in your mind for the equal is include, but if not, there is a not include. Okay, include. So that is a very important to remember that. Okay, so look at here. We go. Okay, we go here, and then what value of the temperature? We don't know, but we just waiting for the input. So here is input is temperature. Make sure your spelling is same. So they are using all capital letter. So temperature less than or equal 100. So this repetition will be loop occur, okay, unless that temperature reach to the 101. So that will be false, and then stop. Okay, 101, that will be stop. So if that temperature value less than or equal 100, let's say 100, so that is still true. So true, that is a boiling of a repetition is will be loop until, okay, until they reach 101. So you can write for this process. Okay, repeat.
1 moment.
Boy.
Your alarm is set for 1:01 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, boy. Repeat boy water until temperature 101. It's okay. Okay, you can write like that, or you just put it the condition less than or equal 100, so we can accept too. Okay, look at for the this flowchart. Okay, start put water in electric kit. Wait, put water. So that's mean this cannot be put. That's mean input. There is a wrong shape. Poor input. So need to change this shape to the parallelogram. Add. Okay. Turn into kettle. Force. Okay. Okay, boil. So we need the value to know to evaluate either the temperature you can boil or not. Okay, so this example I just show you. We need to find the good example. We need the good example. Wait, I find the difference example. Need to explain about the repetition. Multiple. Okay, for the repetition, example. Okay, let's say we choose the very simple example. Okay, print
On it.
message.
Who do you want to send it to?
Hello world.
Hi.
For 10 times. Okay, this is a very clear message. If you do it in the sequence, you can do it also, but that is massive work, because this is only 10, but if the question asks you to repeat 100 times, so that is quite difficult to you to perform that displaying hello world. So actually you can use repetition control structure. So for the input, process, and then output. So output, of course, hello world. Okay, then message. Don't forget to put the double quotation for the displaying text. Okay. And then what is the input? Input is no input. You can put a dash, or you can mention no input. I like to say dash. That is never mind if you want to mention no input. Okay, that is a no input, because that hello world we are already type on the process. No input. User no need to enter any words. So here you need to write repeat. Repeat display. Oh no, you need to print. So you change to print. Print. Output 10 times. Okay. And then the algorithm, we need to write algorithm. So let's say we begin, or we start. So we need to set the counter. Counter need to set early, because we need to know the starting point. And then this is why counter. Why this is for the loop control. Less than 10. Why we need to put the less than 10? Because this. So if you starting from 0, okay, 0, after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So remember, this less than is not include. Not include. So no 10. So now we can calculate here that it only have 10. 10. Unless you are starting with where you change, if you change the condition. Let's say you change the condition, starting initialize counter. Here we can call initialize counter. Initialize counter, that's mean starting value. So we need to know what is the starting value, because we want to start to counting the repetition. Okay, so let's say you set for 1. So that is not enough for the 10 times. You can easily change less than or equal 10, but you need to start with 1. You need to change. So here is have 10 times. If you want to start with 1, but want to maintain for the using less than 10, that is false, because this is only have a 9 times repetition only. So you need change to 11. Okay. Alright, so hopefully you can understand how we using these symbols less than or less than or equal. Okay, so what happened after y counter less than 10? So if true, so if true, then we print hello world. Don't forget for the double quotation. Okay, to maintain, we can display for text. Right, and then we need one pushment value. Okay, one formula. This formula is very important to make sure that will be can go to next repetition. So counter, using the same name, counter. Okay, because after that we need to evaluate that counter value. Okay, counter equal counter. There is using the same variable to add one number to themselves. So for the next is the counter starting with 0. Okay, starting with 0. And then there will be added themselves. Okay, starting with 0. And then 0 plus 1 is 1. This one is for the first. This one first repetition. I did the loop. First looping. Okay, first looping counter value is 0. Okay, 0. And then for the next counter, we will get the new value, so that we get 1. So after for the second loop, the evaluation of that counter value is less than 10. It's true. Okay, this one is true, this one is true. So next counter will be add 1. So that's a new counter value is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yes. So until here, 9 is less than. So 9 you need to know is 9 is less than 10. True. But when the 10 is less than 10 is false. So need program loop is terminated. Okay, so after terminate, that we have and y. Same as if. So after if, closing that if body, you need to put the n. So here is n y, and then start, stop. That is the things will be happen when you are using the repetition. So you can use counter table to check. Okay, counter table to check. Okay, to check what you want to check. We like to check the counter less than 10. Okay, counter less than 10. So because that's a counter is the condition to control the y, while control condition. So we need to check the counter value. So starting counter value is 0. Flashback. Here is we set the initialize. Initialize for the counter value is 0. So the counter value is 0. The next is to evaluate either there's a true or false for the for this condition. So the counter value is 0. Is 0. So 0 less than 10 is true or false? True. So we need put true. So when a true, the next process is to print hello world. So first time hello world will be going out to this to print hello. For the counter table, to checking, to tracing the output, we no need to put it a double quotation, no more, because there is a real output, not inside the programming code or algorithm. There is a real output, no more double quotation. And then in the first round looping, for the first round looping, after the print hello world, that we go to the next. Here we call increment, counter increment. Okay, we want to increase or decrease. Increase. So here we are using the formula counter equal counter plus 1. So this formula is very important to keep updating that is themselves value starting from 0, and then they keep editing themselves for the value number 1. From the 0 they will go to the 1, 2, 3 and so on until the 10 value. So here is 1 plus 1 is no counter value here is 0. Okay, 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So now counter value is 1. There is new update value. Okay, so now counter value is 1. No more 0. So there is an updating value. Okay, updating value. So now counter is 1. So now for the next looping, so that's looping we go to the next looping. The first looping, and then this is a second looping. So now counter value is 1. So now comparison to evaluate that formula, is it counter now value is 1, true or false? Okay, less than 10. That is still true. So after the true, the process is to print hello world. So hello world will be displayed. So next is the same thing, is to editing or updating value for the counter. So 1 plus 1. So next is the new value of the counter is 2. Now evaluate from that condition, counter less than 10, true or false. Now the counter value is 2, 2 less than 10 is true, still true. And then for the next is to display hello world. And then now counter value is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3. We are updating here. So now the process is repeatedly until the counter value reach. Look at for the counter value until 9. So 9 is less than 10. Is true. True. So now hello world can print there. Okay, and then the currently counter value is 9 plus 1, so that is 10. Now there is a very critical to decide either 10 is less than 10 or not. Is it true 10 less than 10? False. So now when a false fail to checking here, after the fail to passing this level, so then we cannot go cannot proceed to the print counter hello world or counter equal counter plus 1, cannot. So that we go when a false, then we skip and then go to ny and then stop. So that is you need to understand. That is very important, you need to understand. And then stop. Okay, so let me explain what's happened there. That we program looping is terminated, or repetition is terminated. Because of what? Because now the condition cannot meet, because 10 is not less than 10. Okay, so when we can check for the how many output hello world is display. Okay, we check here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. No. Okay, checking 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Why 9 times? So hello world appear print 9 times, not 10 times. So if we read for the questions, okay, or we miss something. One is the value is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oh sorry, missing for the number 8 9. Okay, so we missing for the step. Okay, so 9 times and then 10 times. So 10 times hello world words is display or print. that is repetition for the counter type. So for the counter have two types. No, for repetition have two types. First is counter table. No, sorry, repetition have two types. First is counter loop, and then sentinel. Right, class, we will go deeply after this. So this is your early knowledge you need to understand the control structure. Okay, see you soon. Please do your revision to understand what each of control structure. So here sequence only have one. This one is have a 4, single, dual, multiple, and then nested. This one have a 2, counter, and then sentinel. Okay, thank you, class. See you again. Bye bye.